Hi everyone, my name's Mark. I'm an English teacher with over 20 years of experience and the creator of makingenglishfun.com. Today we're going to be looking at 6 syllable types. Syllables are an essential building block for teaching reading and spelling, and understanding these types helps students break down and decode words, making reading much easier. So in this video, we're going to walk you through each type, share some examples, and recommend some games and activities to teach them effectively. Plus, I'm going to show you where to find our free worksheets and the resources on the website to make your lessons even better. Let's get started. So just before we get into the 6 different syllable types, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page with what is a syllable. A syllable is a single, uninterrupted sound in a word when speaking. In a word like happy, it has 2 syllables, 2 beats, happy. In a word like cat, it has 1 beat, 1 syllable, cat. In a word like positive, it has 3 beats or 3 syllables, positive. These are essential because they help you or your students decode words, they help them to improve spelling, and of course they help them to improve fluency. Now we're going to take a look at the 6 syllable types, but for this, I need to stand up. So syllable type number 1 is the closed syllable. This syllable ends in a consonant and the vowel sound is short. Examples include cat, napkin, basket. Now the challenge that students might have with this, or you may have with this, is that it's difficult to recognize short sounds in longer words. So it might be read basket instead of basket. A good game idea for this is to create cards with words featuring short vowels and long vowels. Students sort them into the right category, closed syllables or open syllables. It is simple but effective. After closed syllables, we have open syllables. These syllables end in a vowel sound, and the vowel makes its long sound. It says its name. Examples include go, he, and robot, where the ro syllable ends in a long vowel. And the bot, of course, is an example of a closed syllable. Now, challenges here, often for students and maybe for yourself, is spotting the difference between a short vowel and a long vowel. And we have loads of stuff on the website, which I will quickly put up here, that helps you with that. And of course, we have loads of syllable resources you can download for free. A game idea, if you're teaching this, is to write the words on a board or cards and ask students to decide if the first syllable is open or closed. You can even make it competitive by timing them. Syllable type number 3 is one of the most well-known syllable types. It's the magic E syllable. Magic E, in case you don't know, is when a word has an E at the end, and though the E is not said, it does change the sound of the vowel before it. So in words like cake, bike, or hope, all of these have the long vowel sound, but you don't say the E sound at the end. Now that's the challenge for students, is sometimes they will see these words and split it into 2 syllables. They will say, instead of cake, they may say cack. Or even worse, they might say khaki, which is, as we know, very different meaning from the word cake. Now on the website, again, I'm going to point you to this. We have loads of Magic E resources that cover the syllables, but also cover how to teach Magic E. There's also online games if you want to do it, and the link is in the description, and I'm going to put a little banner here just to let you know where to look for it. Now, a good game to do this, apart from the online games, which I have, is that you show the students short words like cape or pin, and then have them add the E to the end of the word. Remind them that it will change the sound of the vowel and see if they can put this together. The game will reinforce the silent E pattern in a fun and hands-on way. Syllable type number 4 is Vowel Teams. Now we have a full video on the channel on Vowel Teams, which I will try to link here if my YouTube skills are good enough. And if not, I will put the link in the description below. Now, vowel teams occur when 2 vowels work together to make 1 sound. Examples include words like team, where the EA makes the long E sound. Words like boat, where the OA makes the long O sound. And rain, where the AI makes the long A sound. Now, the challenge here for students or anyone learning English can be that they are unsure of which vowel actually says its name. So that song will help, even for adults. When two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. It's a useful resource, and I do recommend that you check that out. But the reason it can be difficult is in words like team, it seems fairly obvious. But then you get words like meat, where it's long E, or words like bread, where it's actually the short E sound, bre, d. So it actually makes it a little bit confusing for students. But in English, as we know, there are always exceptions. Now, a good idea for a game for Vowel Team syllables is Vowel Team Bingo. So you can make a bingo card with Vowel Team examples, either the sound if you wish, or the full words, and then you call out the sounds or words, and students mark them down. Now, there seems to be an obsession with bingo if you're under 10 or if you're over 50, let's say. Nothing in between. So pick your audience wisely, but if you're teaching children, bingo works. If you're teaching people a little bit older, maybe, bingo works. In between, try it. Syllable type number 5 is the R-controlled syllable. This one is a little bit more complex, and we do have lots of resources on the website, which will be coming up here again, because it's useful to you. But it's a vowel followed by an R, and this changes the sound. In fact, a lot of the time it creates a whole new sound, one of the sounds of English. Examples include words like car, or bird, or fork. The R controls the vowel and makes it neither long or short. Now, a challenge, and this is more high-level phonics, students might struggle with, is to tell the difference between the R-controlled vowel and the others, especially in words like her or fur. So a good game to use is something called an R-controlled relay. You write these words on cards and have the students match them to their correct vowel or R pattern. So A-R, E-R, I-R, O-R, and U-R. It's a great small group activity, and you should try it out. Syllable type number 6, and perhaps the most difficult syllable type, is the consonant-le syllable. And again, we have lists of these words for examples on the website. Link below. The consonant-le syllable is found at the end of words. Words like table, bubble, puzzle. And it always contains a consonant followed by le. And the challenge here is students often omit the middle consonant when spelling. They'll write tail instead of table. So a good idea to teach this, or to practice this at least, is to play a game called Syllable Chop. You give the students words with consonant-le endings and have them chop the word into syllables, either by clapping or actually using scissors to cut the word apart visually. This is going to help them start to understand how these patterns work. So just before I point you at the website again, which I am always going to do because we have all the resources that help you both practice and teach this, depending if you're a student or a teacher, let's look at those common challenges that students and people learning English have with syllable types or syllables in general. Now, the first one, and perhaps the most important one, is the difference between long and short vowels. It is difficult to recognize. Now, we do have loads of resources on the website, this is a whole book on how to tell the difference between long and short vowels and the difference. You can actually access all the stuff in here for free. If you want it all together, we charge like $2 or something silly like that. But all of these worksheets are actually available individually. Now that's challenge number 1. Second one is spelling words with silent E or consonant-le endings, and that needs more practice. And then the third one is knowing which vowel sound a vowel team makes. They're the 3 that I've found in my teaching that have been the most difficult to actually get into students' heads. Maybe it's different for you, but those are the 3 that I've had. Now, the key to overcoming these challenges, of course, as it always is with anything when you learn it, is to practice, practice, practice. Repeat it with games and activities. You can change how you teach it, but make sure that the actual subject matter or the focus of your lesson is going to be the same. Combine it with visual aids and it's going to make all the difference to you. So while that's not everything you need to know about syllable types, there's a lot to learn. I hope it has been useful to you, either with just breaking them down or with accessing some resources that will help you learn, or of course help your students learn. We also have syllable worksheets available on the website as well. Now, we will point you there, we always will, simply because that's where we keep all the things that we use, or I use, to teach. If this video has been useful, this is the second one of a relaunch that we're trying to do to try and make it a bit more interactive and to get me better at speaking to a camera, I'll be honest. Please hit like. If you want to know more, then you can hit subscribe. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.